We've been all last week with Pat Steir in the studio here at Crown Point Press, and it's been very exciting, and everybody had a good time. I had a wonderful time with Pat. She's an old friend, has been here many times. Something came across my consciousness that someone said about comparing two cooking styles of cooking hosts. One of them is Julia Child, and the other one is Martha Stewart. And I thought to speak to you a little bit about that and compare it to our the activities of our project. The Julia Child style, we know, and all of us who watched her, he said, was cavalierly amused at any mistakes that she made, and hedonistically excited and delighted at her successes, that she's thrilled to be eating the good food and looking for the good food. And Martha Stewart, by contrast, this writer said, was very concentrated. He said, in fact, grimly concentrated on getting things right and following the steps. And he said that this had to do with expectations of ever more perfect goods and services, which is very familiar in the corporate world. So now this struck me because here at Crown Point we certainly do have a lot of little steps that, like in cooking, you have to have them work. You do need to follow them or things go wrong. And when the artists come in, as Dina Shukit, who is one of our printers, said to me today, they're all ready to play. In a way, they are in a new environment. This is so they just jump right in, and they do need to kind of leave some of their expectations behind, but at the same time it's exciting and interesting. The printer needs to try to be sure that it's working. So we have to strike a balance between the Julia Child attitude of this kind of cavalier feeling, and which the artists have, by the way, and the Marcia Stewart one step, next step, next step. Pat, this area, she was trying to do something. I came in and I said to Emily York, who was the printer, why isn't that not working? I couldn't, I knew that this was something that, there's all these flakes coming up and then other parts that weren't coming up very well. And she said, well, Pat wanted me to do it this way. Pat said, yes, I want it to be weird. I wanted to try something different. And so they did. And then I saw that Pat was sitting there with a big scrub brush trying to get this image to come up more. And I knew very well that if it had been done in the proper sequences, the printer knew that wouldn't have been necessary, but there was a kind of cavalier feeling all the way around. And in fact, it did come out the way Pat wanted it to come out. She was after something different, something that wasn't so perfect. So I think that in this kind of an experience, it's really about a mixture of being refined, but also, or being conscious of doing it right and having the steps, but also a devil-may-care kind of thing. And I know that as we give instructions to other people about how to do this, it looks awfully complex, but in fact there is a great excitement about it and a lot of hedonism and interesting, as with Julia Child, in eating the good food, or in this case seeing the good art.